The Chicago Bears need to find the best replacement possible for former All-Pro safety Eddie Jackson, and preferably one who will improve the defensive secondary even more. We have Jaquan Brisker in the backfield right now, which he's been doing fantastic, but he can't do it all himself. And the Bears do have $57.7 million in cap, ninth out of all the teams in the NFL at the moment, and that's before putting money aside for our rookies. Along with that, the Bears only have 5 picks at the moment, which they have a ton of key areas of need, so those picks will likely be used elsewhere. And Chicago is going to have to dip heavily into free agency no matter what their plan is, with either trading Justin Fields, trading the number 1 pick, or trading the number 9 pick. Luckily for the Bears, though, there are some solid options at the safety position that I think would be great for them to bring in through free agency, like a guy like Xavier Mckinney from the New York Giants or Geno Stone from the Baltimore Ravens. Both will hit free agency starting next week and could find a new home. And both only being 24 years old, they could be in the Bears' future for a long time. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and as always, thank you for tuning into this episode. Today, I am going to run through both top free agent safeties at the moment and who I would take out of the two. And before I begin today's show, if you'd be happy with either Xavier Mckinney or Geno Stone as our next starting safety for the Chicago Bears, make sure to hit the like button on this video to show your support, along with commenting who you prefer out of the two, or just throw a bear down in the comment section below to show you're excited for free agency. So let's just jump into both guys. And again, keep in mind that really we have about $43.7 million, putting $14 million aside for the rookies that we bring in. So we need to be smart here with our money. The first guy I'm going to talk about today is Xavier Mckinney. The safety of the New York Giants has been with the Giants for the last 4 seasons, has been very impactful when he does play. He's only 24 years old, standing at 6 foot, weighing 201 pounds, and had a monster season last year for the Giants with 116 total tackles, 78 of them being solo, 11 pass deflections, 3 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 forced fumble. He fills in the need not only for Eddie Jackson, but the big-bodied, established safety that plays at a high level, who is also a ball hawk and can get after the ball carrier at ease. Not only that, but he plays with a lot of swagger and a ton of confidence, which helps him perform on the field, and he's also shown that he can perform in different schemes. Giants have had 2 different defensive coordinators while he's been on the NFL, and he's done a fantastic job in both schemes. So why would we want to bring him in? Well, first of all, we need to get a replacement for Eddie Jackson. We would like an established one too, to save ourselves from using one of our 5 picks if we don't trade either the 1 or the 9 back, or trade Justin Fields. And he's a guy who can be in this unit for a long time, considering he is only 24 years old. His projected contract, though, 4 years, $61 million, about $15.25 million a season if you just average it out. So it looks like he's in for a big payday. And with stats like that, he absolutely deserves it. But has he does it consistently? No, because he has a huge injury history. He's only completed 1 season out of his first 4 years, 2 of those seasons playing in less than 10 games, and the other one being just a little over 12 games. He has not completed a full season, and that's a big concern for me. And I think that's a huge hold up right now with Jaylon Johnson's contract, because he hasn't done the same either. Yes, Mckinney has actually finished a full season, but it wasn't until a contract year. But when he does play, he is great. But I want a guy out there that's going to play every single game, is reliable, doesn't have a big injury history. And that was a big problem with Eddie Jackson in the end as well. He just couldn't stay on the field. Not only that, that's a huge contract. That's what we were paying Eddie Jackson, and we got rid of him to go out and get cheaper, yet as just effective talent. And that would leave us with about $28.45 million after all said and done. So it is a big player to bring in, and Chicago will likely do that with free agency with 1 guy. But do we want to spend that on a safety when we have a very young secondary and a lot of developing guys? Not too sure at the moment. But again, wouldn't mind the signing. And before I get into Geno Stone, you know, everything that he brings to the table, also a 24-year-old very talented safety, if you please could hit that subscribe button on this video to help me get to 14,000 before March 13th. It would be huge to hit that before free agency, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all your support. So now let's get into Geno Stone. The safety of the Baltimore Ravens has been with them the same amount of time as Mckinney has been with the Giants, from 2020 to 2023. 4 seasons in the NFL and only 24 years old, standing at 5'11", 210 pounds, a little shorter and a little heavier than McKinney. His 23 stats were super impressive and showed ball hawk ability: 68 total tackles, 7 interceptions, and 9 pass deflections. A true ball hawk to put in the secondary and also be a strong replacement for Eddie Jackson, but also reliable, plays in every game that he starts, plays in every game he gets an opportunity to. Didn't get an opportunity his first couple of seasons, but the last 2 years he's gotten a lot more playing time and has been very effective. Clearly a strong player that can ball out. Young, fast, and great vision allowed him to get 7 interceptions this past year for the Ravens and would make a no-fly zone in the secondary in Chicago. And his projected contract, a little bit cheaper, 3-year, $36 million with about $18 million guaranteed, so about $12 million per season. I would take that for what he has shown and his age. My concern is, though, he is a one-year wonder at the moment. He really just boomed this past season, of course, in a contract year, which is a ton of concern for a lot of Bears fans because, a lot of people felt like Eddie Jackson did the same thing, even though he had 2 really good years before he got paid. Not saying that Stone isn't a good player, but when you have that talent around you like the Baltimore Ravens do, it improves you even more. Coming to Chicago, though, with a very talented secondary, fantastic linebacker group, and hopefully a completed defensive line, and the unit was top 3 in the last 8 games in the NFL last year, he could have the same exact type of, stats. But something to keep in mind, though, when bringing him in. And after signing him, the Bears would actually have $31.7 million in cap, so a little bit more to go out and sign a few more players, but something to consider. Out of the two, I would take Stone because he shows that reliability that he's able to stay on the field. He had a monster year last year. Yes, he didn't have a lot of tackles, but also he didn't get a lot of starts. And if you give him a starting role, who knows what he could do? Plays with a lot of confidence as well, is very level-headed, good on and off the field, according to reports. And not that McKinney isn't. It's just that this guy is the full package, and especially from that reliability standpoint, you want to pay your players to be on the field, not on the sideline. So overall, I would like Stone as my option, but McKinney would be a great option as well. But let's hear your guys' thoughts. I want to hear you guys prefer in the comment section below. Again, please hit the like button on this video to show your support, and just throw a bear down in the comment section below if you're excited for free agency. But with that, thank you as always for tuning in to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, bear down, baby.